What is up, ARX? Chrono here, and welcome back to another PSO2 video. So today we're going to be going over the update post-maintenance on the 17th of August. But real quick, if you guys are new to the channel, I'm Chrono, cover primarily PSO2 content, so if you want to keep up with more. Anyway, let's go ahead and jump into this. So first off, there's some people that may have recognized that our maintenance last night started a little bit early. It actually started an hour early. They're aware of this. They understand there kind of was a bit of a mix up or anything like that. I'm not sure if they're going to have like some sort of maintenance compensation. There probably already is a maintenance compensation. I just haven't logged into the game. Basically recording this on a break that I've got from work at the moment. So I'm going to go ahead and go over this with you guys and show you what's new since the update started. So first things first, we have the new Cannonball Rumble. So Cannonball Rumble kind of starts up similar to the way that Trinitas did, kind of in that same sense where it's an area out in the world that you kind of go to and it's an instant sort of thing. As far as like how it works out or how good it is, I'm going to talk about it in a separate video, but the rewards are kind of meh. It seems like it's something geared more towards new players or players that may not have everything capped out. From what I can tell, at the very least, just checking out some streams and seeing some things posted on Twitter, it looks like the rewards are going to be these super augments, these new ones that have popped up. Super not isn't being like crazy powerful, but they're actually just called super, which seem to be in their own slot, as well as some class X cubes. Looks like about 2 for an S rank. I believe it's just 1 for an A rank, and some decold augments. So looks like decold standard specifically. So if you need to make any decold augments, not that I would ever recommend making decold augments, to be perfectly honest. I would always say do things differently. Don't worry about that, like pick up the armor instead. But to each is their own. If that's something that you're looking for, you have access to being able to do so. They mentioned the location's random, so we have fresh experience each time you play. There's basically random maps that you go to whenever you do this. It's all like, you know, this style of, what's the word I want to use for this? It's a style of instance map. I'm not sure what I want to call these types of maps, but it's a style of instance map they're using, and it's a different layout each time. There's also a new ARX support. This guy just has some quests. My assumption is it has to do with the cannonball, the advanced bunker type 1 cannonball. There's also an interesting naming scheme I just realized. Training advanced bunker type 1. I wonder what type 2 is and if it's also going to be cannonball. Maybe something different. And then they talk about the new augments here. As you can see, it's the super augments. This is super stam L1. You've got potency, which is 2%, and then HP. Not bad at all. Now, from what I've seen, again, these augments do seem to be in their own slot. They don't take over anything, so this isn't going to shake up the meta as far as current, best in slot augments. But for someone who is just getting into the game, maybe you're about to pick it up on PlayStation when that launches next week. I believe that is next week. Let me double check that. My mistake. Not next week, week after. So 2 weeks from now. But in case you're one of those new players, this will be a fantastic augment to pick up. And in case you're someone who's trying to make a little bit of money on the side, farming these up, having them stocked up, maybe augmenting some gear for some newer players, or setting aside to put up for sale for those new players when that pops up, might be fairly useful for you. Outside of that, we have the ARX record. Now, if anyone's played base PSO2, you're familiar with the ARX League. This is very similar in style. Essentially, it has like some sort of objective that you go out and do. You do to the best of your ability, get the highest score you can, kill the most enemies you can, so on and so forth, depending upon what the objective is, and you get a rank. They split you up into different, usually you're in your own brackets, kind of like randomized, so you're not, playing against the entire server, but you're playing against your own brackets. I'm not sure if they're going to do that this time around. We'll have to take a look. But normally they kind of give you rewards. They gave you rewards back in the ARX League, how to do like SG and things like that. This time around, there's like an entire shop worth of stuff that you can actually get these ARX record badges for. You can see some of the rewards in here. We've got some color changed camos, which is pretty dope. You can see some past camos. Like this is, I believe the lightning one was the very first event elemental camo, or first element we had for the events. Frost followed it up afterwards. I'm assuming these, the CVs, they're basically different color variants. Oh, CV color variant. I never thought about that. I'm not sure why, but they're the color variant camos. Whenever you're using color variant camo, as you guys know, it also shows the photon stuff through it, which is really, really cool. We got the MK1s. I'm going to talk about these weapons in a video probably tomorrow, so stay tuned for that. And then of course you've got, you know, different, it looks like emotes. Probably not going to worry too much about those. I feel like the big ticket item is going to be the MK1s. Looks like you need about 30 ARCS badges for those. And as you guys can see from the rewards, gold gets you 10. So it'll be a little while, but you'll be able to build up towards this fairly easily. Nothing too hard there. And to wrap things up, as far as new update items, we have the additional SG Scratch, Refined Form 5. This just goes along with items that people thought were really popular, or that people voted on being very popular. They're bringing back at NGS slowly but surely. Of course, Folleg is on this list. Mother is on this list. Haglith, I feel like they just brought back because these two were here. I don't feel like his outfit is all that popular, but maybe I'm wrong. But I feel like this is another situation where Type 1 kind of got boned. And the mission pass, season 11 of the mission pass has popped up. Got a cool little mag form here. The big thing is going to be keeping an eye out on those what is it, rank 26 I believe, or is it rank 20? It might be rank 20. Basically for your selector ticket, your free X cubes, and then I've said it before and I'll say it again, it's only on rank 24 I believe. But one single pass for free-to-play players to be able to access the market or be able to sell things in the market is not nearly enough. And that's all we've got. I thought mining rig was coming out. It's not yet, so that was my mistake. All right, cool. So other little notable things on the side, we have discounts on AC. The premium set, actually discounting it pretty heavily. It's actually more than half. So if you're ever looking at picking up premium, now is the best time. Top of that, we've got some bargains in the SG shop. These usually aren't very worth it. Normally you go after this because you're just going hardcore on leveling or something like that, and you want to pick up, you know, an EXP earned or something along those lines. This isn't terrible for this price if you're actually gonna like farm for like 10-12 hours in the day, or maybe you're gonna farm at the start of the day or at the end of the day and then farm again when you wake up in the morning at the start of the day. The fact that these continue going even if you're not logged in makes this kind of hard to sell, but they're not bad. Apologies if you guys could hear that. I do live near an airport, so sometimes there are some pretty loud noises. But yeah, these bonuses, they're just really cheap. Like this isn't really something you would buy this for these bonuses. Like cool, nice, thanks, good to have, I guess. But I wouldn't go after like dropping 150 SG on these bonuses. Most of these capsules are like 1k, so I wouldn't worry too much about that. And it talks about how to receive the bonus items, blah 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 blah. So nothing too crazy there either. In the event schedule, we can see that we currently have the pre-announced urgent quests still going. We do have access to the Oracle and the episode Oracle anime. If you haven't seen it, it's on the YouTube page. Go watch it. It's actually really good. Limit time login bonus is still going. The pet lover campaign is still going. The 10th anniversary campaign continues still going. PSO2 replay campaign's going on. I mean, this is a renewal packs. This is, I mean, these are other things that aren't super crazy. Story completion campaign is still going on. That's actually fairly worth, get that taken care of. A Renesia campaign actually is continuing, which is a pretty big one. I thought this was ending, but this is continuing. It actually says to be determined. So continuing indefinitely. That's actually really, really good. I was afraid of this ending. I actually thought this ended at the beginning of this month. I believe it was slated to end at the beginning of this month last time. I'm not sure if they updated the article. Maybe I missed that. Let's take a look. Yeah, I could have sworn this had an end date on it. Let's see if there's an update timer on the article. 6/7, no. That says 10/4 now. Maybe it said 10/4 before and I just misunderstood. So it's possible, but this still going on is fantastic, especially it'll be available to the new PlayStation players when they pop on over. This being available, yep. AC support item select 3. Oh boy, actually, let's go ahead and pull that up. Oh, it just pulls up the event scheduler. That's actually extremely annoying. I figured it would actually pull up the AC support stuff, but anyway, Addy capsules. They're back. They're available. You can pull for them, meaning the price of Addy capsules are probably going to go down. Maybe you want to do a bit of future proofing, pick up your Addy capsules for the next region, possibly for like the next weapon that might need to make or next set of arm you might want to make. Go ahead and take care of it while the prices are lower, because when this goes away, it's going to be more expensive, and in most cases, for a lot of people, not worth it. Let's see, event and campaigns. So yeah, we already went over this. And then last one is just a few known issues, basically just talking about them being lag. Something to note, by the way, guys, whenever PSO2 does not do maintenance for the week, it may seem like an awesome thing, but in reality, it just tends to lag the servers pretty bad. Maybe just a shout out to the devs, reset the servers anyway, because whenever we don't have maintenance, it's cool that we don't have to worry about maintenance, but it sucks that players have to deal with kind of really annoying lag for essentially what feels like a week, if not longer. Now, they also mentioned that there might be some lag in certain areas. This happens a lot in towns recently with the new black model that exists. It's kind of annoying, but I mean, most of the time I just switch blocks to a less populated block and it's less of an issue, but more of the social players are going to find that this is really, really irritating. And then the scratch ticket bonus count text may or may not display correctly if players open the scratch ticket selection window at a certain way. If this matters to you, I would open this up. This just seems kind of silly, so I'm not really worried about this too much. There's of course a known issues page. Let's thumb through that really quick to see if there's anything of note. The answer to that is no. There's only this still going on. It's in progress. Everything else has been resolved, so we're good to go there. Anyway, guys, that's all I've got for you today. If you have any questions, feel free to toss in the comments below. Like if you enjoyed the video, subscribe if you want to keep up with more. I'll see you next time. Take care. Peace out.